Let's do something a bit different today in our flip through, and I will talk about forging flowers that have a high ink content that work great for ink making and smashing onto paper for smash art. Hi everyone, Patty here. I like to make flower arrangements with my flowers and decorate my yard with beautiful pots full of flowers that I can use in my art projects. A little bit about me is that I was accredited National Flower Show judge for 20 years. I judged flower shows, entered flower shows, and organized flower shows during those years. I was a garden club member and a master gardener. This led me to join many garden clubs, design clubs, and be involved in activities that encouraged me to follow my love of gardening and outdoors. Growing up on a farm, I was surrounded by plants of all kinds, which instilled the love of the beauty of flowers in me. As you will see in this journal, I have truly let nature inspire me with both plant and animal subjects to use as the main focus of this creation. Gold lace adorns the spine and the edge with gold and silver leafing covering a 3D bird. Surrounded by flowers in a frame, make this soft-covered journal cover a unique, one-of-a-kind piece of art. As we turn through these pages, you will see the wonderful colors and shapes that have led me to creating this piece of art. We will also talk about tips on making inks, smash flowers, and you will see how these all blend together to truly create a product of nature. Some of my favorite plant material to use for making inks are acorn caps, black walnut hulls, copper oxide, marigolds, dandelions, iris, and the one I use the most is rust ink. Ink is alive, and I just delight in the way it changes. As we flip through these pages, nature gives us the perfect palette as the natural shapes of flowers, mushrooms, animals, birds lend themselves to a muted color from the inks that I have made with items from nature itself. As you're walking through the park, a drive through the woods, or in your backyard, notice all the different leaves, flowers, twigs, seed pods. These can all be used to make inks, dyes, and impressions to bring your art project to life. If you are soaking a twig to draw the color out of it, smashing a flower to release its natural pigments, or finding that perfect leaf for an impression, nature is our art shop. Go shopping! Many of these techniques I have used in this journal, and as you go through these pages, try to imagine how nature has provided all of these textures and colors to create the palette of our journal. Tags and journal cards fill pockets throughout the pages. Real flowers and leaves dried and adhered to the pages in a faux rice paper technique. This reminds me of a tea party I had for our garden club. We always have a project for our meeting. At this meeting, I was teaching the group how to smash flowers. Everyone got their own rubber mallet. They brought their own fresh flowers from their garden, and we began by taking printed digitals of the outline flowers in my Smashed Flowers digital kit listed in the description. I had already printed pages of the outline of flower bouquets onto cardstock. Then I showed them how to lay a leaf or flower petal to the drawing and layer another piece of paper on top of it and lightly but firmly tap with the rubber mallet, smashing the flowers between the two pieces of paper. Now, while some of my friends had a very gentle and creative touch that produced a very beautiful and textured result, others of my friends I was a little scared to get too close to, as they seemed to be taking their frustrations out on the poor flowers. Not only is this a wonderful way to make creative pages for any art project, but it's very enjoyable time to spend time together with friends. All in all, it made for a wonderful meeting and everyone seemed to enjoy the process as the result. I also added a seed packet ready for you to plant your own zinnias that make beautiful bouquets and smash flower art. Just make sure to use a petal or two, not the whole flower, or you'll end up with a blur of way too much ink on your page. As we continue flipping through our journal, another technique I love using is colored pencils to bring the tones and highlights to my pages, as I can control not only the color but the shading of how dark or light, giving me another technique in my variety of creating. We can mix these techniques of inks and pencils as we create our collage. As I started my journey in creating my journals, I learned that a dried flower will not produce the moisture you need, but it might be great for an impression. Splitting a seed pod will give a textured print. Use a drawing or picture of an animal or plant inspires us on what color of plant or flower to use to make an ink. One process of creating leads to another process of creating, as they all come together to make the ideal form of art that will appeal to broaden your imagination. Art is a journey, and as we make our journals, as we make any form of art, we are creating, we are letting the way we see nature flow onto the pages that help us express our vision to others. Rust ink is truly my favorite to use on projects, and it's so easy to make. Take a few nails, hooks, and washers and put these into a quart jar. Add half water and half vinegar. Let this mixture sit for a week or two, and then strain into a clean jar. Keep your rusty pieces and use them again because you'll be making more, mark my word. I plan on making a video on this whole process and using it to dye some fabrics, so make sure and hit subscribe so you will see all of my videos. While I enjoy making different varieties of journals, this journal did bring me a lot of joy, not only using subjects of nature, but making the journal out of products of nature. Making my own inks out of natural products such as flowers, seed pods, but also using these same wonderful items to create the textures on the pages and collages come together as this wonderful journal is truly full of items that have inspired me all of my life. I love the outdoors and the things of nature. Making this journal was not only fun, but very rewarding. One of the pleasures in making this journal is to realize that I have only created half of the journey, while I have put much of my own creativity into the design and techniques of making this work of art. I am realizing that someone else will use their life and life experiences to fill out the pages of this journal and will complete the second half. Art truly is a gift for us all. Each page you will fill with inspiration to write your own personal thoughts and aspirations daily as you fill this journal with your hopes, thoughts, and dreams, truly making it your own. Enjoy adding to this piece, and thank you for watching. Bye now.